Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to talk about and just like that season three. I'm so happy it's back. Um,
Aw,
Without us breaking a few NDAs, right? What can you tell me about this season? What's in store for Seema, professionally and personally?
so those are exactly the two tracks of change, maybe, are in her professional life, something happens that you kind of see a Seema who, there's something about, I think, she always makes decisions regardless if they're completely right and moves with them. It's the first time she's not really sure.
Mm.
And in the love life, a very similar thing. So it's the first time, maybe, even with Carrie, that my conversations are no longer giving her advice or edging her to a certain thing, but she's kind of needs advice, but also both of them, both of them are going through so much change. It reminds me of true friendship where it's not the television conversation of advice, advice. It's more two people a little lost moving forward together. It's interesting, different for me to play.
I just want her to be happy. That's all I want.
Well,
I want
you like to watch the journey to get there, which is it's also the season I feel is very comedic, but also someone used the word the other day of adult. There's a depth, but it's also very there's a lot of comedy.
How has your relationship with Seema evolved since season one? Are you still discovering new things about her each season?
So season one was like a fast train.
Mm.
I just remember thinking, I've got to pull this off and not ruin the show. And then season two, I was like, okay, I'm kind of like enjoying now. I can settle into maybe thinking about certain moments. Season three is like I kind of just love it. I can't explain it. It's all thought has gone.
And we have to mention she has blazed a rather groundbreaking portrayal on television for South Asian representation. She's such a fierce character. So, how does it feel for you to continue bringing this storyline and much needed visibility to the screen?
You don't know that when you're doing it, and
Right.
then you start to realize there's a certain effect, which is unbelievable. But what's interesting is when you're a South Asian actor, you're literally A, honored to get a role like this, B, you're not thinking of how it's gonna have that effect. You can't think that way. So but it moves me, especially on the streets of New York, when I run into South Asian girls or the way they talk to me about it's really moving. It makes me
Yeah.
really happy.
That's what it's all about, isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah,
That's what it's all about.
totally.
And right, because you're speaking with gay times, I've got to talk about some homosexual stuff. All
Yeah,
right? Okay?
yeah,
Because Seema, sorry, isn't queer, but she resonates quite strongly with LGBTQ plus people.
I
And I was
love it.
wondering if you were aware of that.
I feel like I'm aware, and I don't know how I'm aware,
Mhm.
but it makes sense to me, I guess.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy about that. So, yeah.
Why do you think that is? Why do you think she resonates so strongly with LGBTQ plus people?
Seema, like, speaks as soon as she gets the thought. And there's
Mm.
something in that behavior and a certain, she's not politically correct. She's not trying to do the right thing. There's a certain freedom in her pace and her audacity. And I think any group that is that feels a subgroup in culture like I did growing up, when they see that, you kind of are like, yeah, I don't want to say the word, but F it all. I want to be
Yeah.
who I am. That's,
Mhm.
you know, people never let us be who we are. And why? Like,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be that complicated.
One of the standout shifts that And Just Like That has made has been its expanded queer representation. We've seen, Miranda exploring her sexuality. We've had the introduction of Che and obviously Rock. So, do you have a favorite LGBTQ plus storyline so far?
Ooh. Well, you know what I'm loving is, and I've watched it develop, and especially in season 3 where it goes also, is Miranda, like how brilliant, like Miranda, who you've known for years on television, is suddenly now comes out, and because Cynthia, there's something about Cynthia that's like that too. She's like, yeah, this is who I am now. I'm not really going to explain it. Don't really care to explain it. I love everything that's happening in her storyline because Cynthia and Miranda don't defend it. And there's something that's unusual about that. You know how in television, whatever you do, you have to explain and give a reason, like, oh, when did you discover that you were gay? Or when, she doesn't care. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's not a particular storyline, but I find that kind of refreshing.
Yeah, I think that's also quite groundbreaking because it's fresh and it
It's
feels
fresh.
authentic.
Yeah, and we all deserve that.